It's your hour. It's my hour. It's our hour. It's the Bauer Hour. It's your hour. It's my hour. It's our hour. It's the Bauer Hour.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everybody. Welcome back to your favorite radio station, the Bauer Hour, on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. If you could, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And now, I'm starting to switch it up a little bit. So for every guest that I have, I'm having them choose a charity. And whatever charity they choose, I'm going to donate 25% of the website profits to the charity of their choice. Charlie and I did not get into the charity of his choice because I am unintelligent and forgot to ask him that question, but I did follow up after and asked him to pick a charity, and he chose the National MS Society for multiple sclerosis because one of his friends' mom has MS, which kind of speaks on Charlie's character. I mean, looking out for the people around him. He's a really good kid. Young, 19-year-old kid. He was the first-round draft pick for the Wild in 2023. He played 2 years for the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Before that, he was at the National Development Program in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and now he's transferring to Michigan State. So a lot of exciting things for Charlie here in the coming years. So yeah, we dive into a lot of different topics. Hope you guys enjoy. Love you too. You're leaving Madison.
Yep, going to Michigan State at the transfer portal. So exciting. Sucks to leave Madison. It's a fun town, but
New coach?
Yep.
Is that what kind of pushed you out, or what pushed you out of Madison?
I like the coach. I mean, he's
Old Mankato guy.
Yeah, Mankato guy. He came in. He's a good. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of let it rip, so I'll just cut
the
first
Sorry, I was
30
gonna ask questions.
seconds or
Is
something.
this fine?
Yeah, that's
how
good.
close do I need to be to this?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. No, coach just
Do you
wasn't.
want me to warm you up first? Should we do some breathing exercises?
Do you want it? Is that what you do?
Do you do breathing exercises
No. Do you
before
do that a
hockey
lot?
games or anything?
No, I don't. No, some people are into it though. It's a
Yeah.
pretty cool thing.
A lot of people are actually. I have a friend who does that for the San Francisco Giants, like his full-time
Really?
job. Yeah,
That's what he's into breathing or what?
Yeah, breath work. He works with professional athletes.
That's pretty cool.
It's super sick gig.
And do they like it then? The guys he works with, like they?
Yeah, so he's actually gotten offers from other teams because guys like leave,
get traded,
get released, whatever, and then when they go to the new teams, they still want him as their coach.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's worked for the Giants. He's not on his own. Has he thought
for the last 3 years? He's worked for the Giants.
Yeah.
He had his own business before that. He worked with a bunch of guys in the NHL, the NFL.
Yeah.
And then he signs like 1 or 2 year contracts.
Yeah, with the Giants.
The Giants, yeah. So this is his last year on his contract, so he'll probably bounce around after this and make it more like a consulting thing.
Yeah, that's cool, though. That's fun probably to work with all those
Dude, it's sweet.
athletes, too.
Bunch of Wild guys, like when Bukestad was on the Wild. Who else? He does a lot of the sauna cold tub stuff with them.
Yep. Are you into that stuff, the cold tub, too?
I don't do a whole lot of the cold tub.
Or just sauna.
I splash the cold tub a little bit, but it's like lukewarm. It's like the hose water, so it's not 35 degrees.
Yeah,
no, I'm not like Goggins or anything. But like honestly, after you get out of a 200-degree sauna, getting wet feels amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you get that thing going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get it cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And we usually get quite a few people over, do like a little sauna party.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's been a few. Have you ever heard the name Dylan Stramel?
Not off the top of my head, no.
He was on my podcast a couple weeks ago, but he played in like the ECHL. He's my age, so I mean, you're what, 2004?
Yeah,
you're young. You're 11 years younger than me.
There you go.
You're the youngest guy I think I've had besides Wrigley on this.
Really?
Yeah. Wrigley made an appearance because I did an episode with my dad, so it was kind of like I did a little stint with Wrigley, like 5-10 minutes or something before, and then it transitioned to me and my dad.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, you're transferring.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited. Madison was fun. You know, it's a fun city. A lot of buddies there. Met a lot of people. Just didn't work out in the end, so decided to hit the portal, and now I'm going out to Michigan State, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, and you're still young. And if, like, you're not getting the results that you were expecting or necessarily wanted, like, there's no harm, no foul in transferring nowadays, which is so cool.
It is crazy, especially, it's wild
I love
these
that
days.
they opened it up.
Yeah.
Because now players have so much more leverage.
Yeah,
that they can
100%.
just say, peace out.
Yeah, you're not locked in.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's cool. I think some people may take advantage of it too much, but I think also it should be there. Like, you shouldn't have to sit out a year like you used to have to do.
So that made no sense.
Yeah.
And the fact that you couldn't get paid.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense.
That's interesting, too. Well, the whole NIL stuff's crazy, too, these days. I mean, it's...
Yeah. Are guys making...
What do you think of that?
I love it.
You love it.
I think people should. I think if college athletes can get paid, they should.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
think
it is
about
crazy.
how much that guy would have made in college. Mm-hmm. Like, and even like Mankato, for example, like some of the best guys on the team could have gotten local sponsorships.
Yeah.
Like from whatever car dealerships or whatever.
Yeah, you
but
can
like
make some
made
money.
a couple $100 a month, which helps.
Yeah,
because it's not like
100%.
scholarships are crazy.
No.
Like we're on anywhere from $500 to $4,000.
Yeah.
So it's like 50% is the max for Division II.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure for like you guys, a lot of you guys are on full scholarships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like there's got to be some pretty sweet opportunities to make money.
Yeah, to an extent, I think. I think in hockey, it's not nearly as big yet as it is in like basketball and football and all that, obviously. But there's definitely some guys that have made, a decent amount of money doing things on the side. I haven't gotten into it much at all, but I think eventually this summer, one of my goals was to kind of get into it, dip one foot in, see what it's all about.
And how do you get into it?
Do
you start reaching out to businesses?
You have the business that like hit you up at times, like through DM or whatever it may be. I've never really entertained much of it. But I think this summer it's something that I'd want to at least try out. You talk to your advisors, your agents, they can help you with that. There's certain like brands and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna try and dive into it.
Maybe get like a Lululemon sponsorship or a
I wish.
Or...
We'll see, yeah.
I wish this was bringing in some cheddar. Once this brings in some cheddar, I'll sponsor you.
There you go.
Wear the orange logo.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
sweet. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Walking into the rink, you guys do those poses when you walk in or whatever? Like walking off the airplane and you're carrying your bag?
Oh, a little bit,
like the NHL guy?
Yeah, a little
like
bit.
the NFL guys? You guys do those?
Would it be like the
you get
pose
those pictures?
we get them walking off the plane and stuff?
Yeah. Like the individuals where you're all wearing your Gucci and holding your
we're not wearing that. We're wearing Team Gitch, but
yeah. Some guys got to have. I mean, was there any guys on your team, like what was the most on your team someone was making, you think? A couple $1,000 a month?
Yeah, one kid. No, not even that much. I mean,
really?
I know there's other college hockey teams. I know like there's Michigan guys that were probably making close to 6 figures this year.
Okay.
I know one guy in our team got paid. There's like collectives in the university that like pump out money to players and teams, and they asked, if we could put up a guy, and some guy said, yeah, I'll do it. And so he made some commercial for some bank, like US Bank or something, and it was like a 5-second feature, and he made $10,000 off of it.
Wow.
So it's like, it's cool stuff, but it's nowhere on the level of where it's at for other sports right now. I mean,
football.
Especially for recruiting and all that, it's wild.
Yeah, college hockey's not as big, and just hockey in general is probably not as big of a sport.
No, not even close. It's wild. I mean, so for Wisconsin, our starting point guard and shooting guard both got offered. One got offered $1 million to transfer. One got offered $750,000. So
what?
They both left. It kind of sucks, I think, in that sense, though.
So you can get paid to leave now?
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like if you go in the portal, you entertain other options. All these teams, like if you come here, you get this on top of it, or you get that.
Oh, you get the sponsorship.
Yeah, and they set it up for you through their collective. So it's like it's sketchy, but it's all illegal in a sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think for smaller schools, not smaller, Wisco's not small, but for schools that can't pump as much money. I mean, those schools down south have so much donor money.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks for certain schools.
It was always happening. Like,
it was going to happen. Yeah.
Donors were leaving money in lockers at big schools.
Oh,
like
yeah,
SEC,
It was always,
ACC,
like 100%.
Those guys were making money.
100%.
Now it's just legal.
Legal, and it's a lot more, probably.
It's a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, why should Johnny Manziel have to sign a bunch of jerseys under the table and then have someone else sell them for him?
Yeah. I think that's dumb, too. I think especially jersey sales and...
how many jerseys did Johnny Manziel sell?
I don't know.
How many 2 jerseys at Texas A&M did he sell in the 3 years? Millions,
yeah,
I would think.
It was probably
Hundreds
ridiculous. He would have made a bunch of money. Him, Tebow, all those guys that were huge.
And then, the professional doesn't necessarily pan out. And now he's got at least, some sort of bag so that he can, have some gap between him figuring out his next career.
Yeah, what he's going to do. Yeah.
I don't know. Did you get a bag at all? Did Michigan State? Did they say anything?
No, nothing.
They weren't. No.
No, they weren't throwing out any money. It's rare. It's rare in hockey. Yeah, no. I wish. Yeah. But
where is Michigan State? Is that in?
It's in East Lansing.
East Lansing.
So that's about an hour from Ann Arbor. So from the big campus down there.
Right back home.
Yeah.
You spent what, 4 years in Ann Arbor? 3? 2
years. Yeah.
9th grade.
Or 10th and 11th.
Oh, you played 9th grade at Rosemount.
Yep, and then 10th, 11th there, and then I just graduated early so I could go to school.
Yeah.
So
you were a sophomore in college this year, but technically it would have been your freshman year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Age-wise.
Interesting. It's so weird how the NHL draft works.
It is, yeah, compared to other sports.
18. You get one shot.
I know.
When you're 18.
Yeah.
18, you barely even hit puberty.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is interesting. You see some guys that won't get drafted at all or won't anything, and they end up being the best players in the league. Or guys that go in the top 5 and you never hear of them again.
Right.
Because you're 18 years old.
I wonder why they don't change that.
I don't know. Well, the thing is, you can get drafted. You have 3 years eligibility, but your first year eligibility is 18.
Okay.
So you can get drafted 19 or 20, but it's rare to get drafted high if you're 19 or 20. Most of the 18-year-olds, I bet 95% of the first round is 18-year-olds.
Wait, you can get drafted when you're 20?
19 or 20, you get 3 years of eligibility.
I thought it was the year you were born.
No, that's your first year of eligibility, and then I'd say 60, 70% of the draft is all 18-year-olds, and then you got the other.
So you could get drafted after your freshman year. Or your sophomore.
Yeah, I technically, if I didn't get drafted last year, I technically could have got drafted this year or next year, yeah.
And then once you're drafted, that team owns your rights.
Yep, until you're out of, I think it's 3 or 4 years, until you're pretty much out of college.
And then they either sign you or release you?
Yeah, so they can wait for that time and then technically you didn't sign anything. It's more of they just have your rights. Yeah, you're right. They can sign or release you, yeah.
Interesting. So they have all the leverage.
Yeah, because that's the only team. But they help you out, too. They got guys in their staff. They have a whole department.
Is there do they guarantee you any money at 18? Is there any, if we end up signing you, you get $1 million signing bonus? Or, is there anything like that? Or is it based off performance? No, it's pretty much all if you sign. So I think it depends on where you go in the draft. I think if you go in the first round, you get $92,000 as a signing bonus if they sign you. Okay.
I think if you go in later rounds, I think it all depends on what they want to do. If they think you're worthy of the max rookie deal, which is $950 plus the $92,500 signing bonus, but yeah, it all depends. They could hold you for 4 years and
$92,500.
Yeah, for the bonus, and then $950,000 for the contract.
Okay. For a first round draft pick, it's $9,000 or $92,500.
Yeah.
Compared to a first round baseball player who's making $5 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. That's the thing, hockey's not as big. It is wild, the money difference too. I mean, the most guys are making in the show, the top guys are $14 a year.
Yeah.
Which is great money, but
it's great money.
In football and basketball, what is it? 50,
40,
60?
50,
yeah.
60. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Signed
$400 million contract.
$500 million.
Is that what it was?
For 10 years or something, I think. So he's making 50 a year.
It's ridiculous.
Lamar might be even making 59, 60.
Really?
I think him and Burrow are the highest paid in the NFL.
Yeah, and it's only going to go up.
Right. Doesn't go down.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
odd because hockey is worldwide. I mean, you got all the Europeans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is interesting. I think the sport's grown a lot through the past few years, but it still has a long way to go.
How's the competition difference from like juniors to college?
I think the speed is somewhat similar, maybe a little bit faster of a game, but
Physicality?
I think it's more people get older, you grow into your bodies. I mean, especially in college hockey when I think the average freshman age is probably 19, 20. You know, you don't go in when you're 18 a lot of the times. So most of these guys are seniors. I mean, we had 25, 26-year-olds on our team this year. So it's like
that's full
you're
grown
really
man.
filling it. Yeah, you're really filled out, and
hair on the chest, on the
physicalities,
all over the face.
Oh, yeah.
I remember all the 26-year-old hockey guys.
Oh yeah, because at Mankato, yeah. Were you friends with any? You know the team at all? Or?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Quite a few of the guys. I don't really stay in touch with a whole lot of them.
Were they good when you were at Mankato?
Define good. I mean, I think they were ranked one year, but got bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
What years were you at Mankato again?
2017 was my last year.
Okay, so they're probably solid, yeah.
Because 2017 and 2019, I think they were first in the country like every year.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had that hot streak, for a little while.
They always lost the first round.
Yeah. Choke.
It's tough. Yeah. Choke.
There
Exactly.
you go. Yeah.
That was the same coach that, what's his name?
Hastings. Mike Hastings. Yeah. Because he was there for 10 years, I think, at Cato.
Yeah. He turned the program around, I think.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he recruits a lot of older guys.
He does. He's big into that. I think that's kind of his style.
And a lot of Canadians.
Yep, older Canadians, heavy.
He likes the rough hockey.
Yeah, for sure.
You got how about that game misconduct you got? That was ridiculous.
In Minnesota?
Against Minnesota.
Oh, freshman year?
Was that 2 years ago? I thought that was this past year.
No,
when you got pushed?
No,
when you got pushed in the back
into him?
and then,
that was freshman
your
year.
head flung into him?
Yeah, that was wild. It was, he literally grabbed my jersey and pulled me into him, and I fell into him, and then I just booted
he
me.
grabbed your jersey. I thought someone hit you from behind or something.
Because he yanked me in, and I fell.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, and then, they called me for a headbutt.
How much family was at that game, too?
Oh, ridiculous.
All your friends?
Yeah.
And that was
like the
within
first period. Yeah.
5 minutes in.
And we were up I think we were up 4-1, or we were pumping them somehow. Last year our team struggled, but we were having a really good game. And then I took the penalty 5 minutes. They scored 3 goals in 5 minutes. Ended up tying it up, won the game.
Ouch.
Because then you feel like shit.
Yeah. Because it's a 5-on-4 for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
For a major.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No matter if they score, they keep going. Yep.
Brutal. Yeah. And you're just sitting in the locker room. Do they have TVs in the locker room?
Yeah.
Can you at least watch it?
No, I had to shower up and then I just went and sat with family. Yeah. Watch it
Really?
from the stands.
Did you?
In my suit, yep.
With the Wisconsin hat
So
on?
that kind of sucked, yeah. In my team gitch, and everyone's just staring at you, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was the guy that got.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brutal. Is that the only game you've ever gotten
kicked out of? No, I definitely did a lot when I was younger. Probably as I got older, I got suspended a few times in juniors just for hits and stuff, but that's first time in college, I guess. Yeah.
You still have all your teeth.
Yep.
So you haven't gotten
nothing
sense knocked into you.
Nothing too bad. Well, I was lucky at the program. We all wore cages, so where I played juniors.
Yeah.
And then, so I've never even really wore a half shield. I mean, maybe in a few tournaments here and there, but nothing.
So you've never been in a fight?
Not for a full season. No, never been in a fight.
You ever take any boxing classes?
I did a little bit. My last year at the program, I did like 3 or 4 with my trainer, but it was very introductory.
6'3", 215. Bill, there's going to be some guys coming after you.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to get on that.
Yeah.
Boxing classes.
I guess you're only 19, but I mean, what's the average size in the NHL? Do you know? Like, you got to be bigger than the average guy. I feel like
I don't know.
NHL players are usually on the smaller end.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know it's probably around 6 foot. You gotta think.
Yeah.
Like, not too big, but
right. But then you also got guys like Chara who are 7 feet
help
on
it out.
skates or
Yeah, all the
something.
goalies are huge these days too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, these chairs aren't the most comfortable.
no, it's fine. I'm fading away from the mic. I want to make sure I'm.
Yeah, we got
mic.
the greens up here, so we're all good, I think.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
It's funny that you got kicked out in front of all the family.
Yeah.
I remember that's what my parents came back and said. Because I forgot why I had to miss the game. And I guess I didn't even explain that we're family. You're my second cousin?
I think that's because you're
And
my
I've never
mom's
even
cousin,
introduced you.
right?
Yeah, I'm your mom's cousin.
So that's second cousin. That's how that works.
And your mom's, 40?
She's 44? 45?
And you're 19, so we're technically closer in age than your
Yeah.
mom and I. Because your mom's the oldest cousin.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm your mom's cousin. And we're the only two hockey players in the family. Besides now your whole family plays.
Yeah, now my younger siblings do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were the first, I guess.
I guess I'm could take all the credit for getting you into the sport.
There you go.
You were never at Thanksgiving growing up because you were always playing hockey. I mean, you were like when you were born to when you were like probably 11 or so.
Yeah, right around there. And then
it was Thanksgiving tournaments.
Yeah.
Turkey trot.
Every time. Yep.
Yeah.
Every year. And then, yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that either. When did you stop playing hockey? How long did you play for?
I played up until my junior year.
Okay.
And then I quit.
Yeah.
I
Focus
quit.
on baseball.
That's what I told myself.
Yeah.
But
do you wish you would have stuck it out?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have played my last year. The coach told me that he thought I was too focused on baseball and that I didn't take hockey serious enough.
Okay.
And, 12
That's
years
kind
ago.
of dumb. He just said
but
that.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of like gave me this edge. So it was like a screw you to the coach, but it's not a screw you when you're a grocery stick anyways. So
yeah. There you go.
So yeah, I don't know. I should have just stuck with it because you look back and I'm like, I could have at least given it a chance.
Yeah, another year or two.
There was definitely some guys on the team that I thought I could have, competed against.
For sure.
And I was a big guy.
And what high school was that?
Maple Grove.
Okay.
And we made it to state.
And you guys were, you guys were always good. I was going to say.
And everything, yeah. We had a really good team. I think they got third or something. I don't know. If you don't get first, does it really matter? First or second?
Fair, yeah.
Rosemountain's programs kind of turned it around.
Yeah, they've been better. Yeah, they've been close. They're kind of like Mankato when you were at school. They choke every year. They haven't got to the state tournament since I think the 90s or early 2000s.
Oh, really? I thought they got to the state tournament when you left.
No, we were supposed to.
You guys were like ranked.
We were ranked, 1 or 2 at one point in the year, and then we kind of we choked. It's the section semifinal for the past. It's been like 7 or 8 years we've lost in the section semifinal in a row.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, got to get over that hump. I thought they'd get it done this year, but
yeah,
guess not. There's always next year.
I guess so. What do you think is going to be the biggest difference from Michigan State to Wisconsin? It's going to be a totally different style hockey.
I think hockey-wise it will be different for sure. So the main reason I went to Michigan State, their coach there coached me in juniors for 2 years.
Oh.
So we've had a really good relationship for a few years here. So I said if I was ever going to transfer, I'm probably just going to go there. And that's kind of how it worked out. So I know his style very well. It's a lot different than Hastings in a sense. Obviously the campus is a lot different. I don't think there's as many people. The school is going to be different too. I don't know. I probably should know more about Michigan State going in there, but I don't know as much as I probably should. But it'll be a lot different. But I'm excited though.
You know what their mascot is, right?
Yeah, Spartan.
There you go.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah.
They send you any like merchandise or anything when you signed?
Not.
Like
I don't think I've like. No, not yet. I should.
Really?
We have to go there July 1st, and we have like a 6-week summer program. So
yeah,
we'll get out there and get all our stuff. And
yeah.
But no, yeah, I still gotta figure out all that signing and school stuff. Should probably get on that. But
will they give you like all new skates, shin pads, breezers, the whole nine?
Yeah, if you need it, yeah. I mean, you can probably just ask. I mean, that's how it worked at Wisconsin. I assume it's the same at State.
But if you have stuff that you like to use, you can use that?
Yeah, I think you have to use pending the school's sponsor. So, like...
stick.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Anything showing CCM. A logo.
Right. Yeah. So they'll give you, like, yeah. I don't know. I think Michigan's both, though. I think you can use what you want, but I'm not sure.
But what if you don't like the stick or the curve?
Well, I think you just got to try a new one of that brand.
They don't like.
something.
There's no custom. No.
I don't think unless you're.
You can't paint the stick black and
I think,
color
yeah.
CCM on it.
I don't think you can paint. I don't know though. I think it depends on where you're
Someone's
at.
got to be doing that though, because I feel like a stick makes quite a big difference.
For sure. Yeah. I think the big guys that have like the guys that are signed with those companies, like signed with CCM or Bauer and all that. There's a lot of guys in college hockey that are. So, like, if you went to a Bauer school but you're signed with CCM, you can use all CCM because that's in their contract and, like, they're paying you money to wear their stuff. You have to wear their stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know. That's, I guess, how you could do it.
Or use a CCM stick and a Bauer hat or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
What do you think's the best brand? If you were ideally to partner with a hockey brand, what would it be?
Probably, probably CCM because I like their sticks more, but I've worn...
CCM sticks? Really?
Yeah, yep.
Have they, like, come a long ways?
They have, yeah. In the past,
CCM sticks were brutal when I was playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the past, like, 6-7 years, CCM's kind of taken over the whole hockey scene, I feel like. Bauer's still there, obviously.
Yeah. Bauer, Easton?
Easton's not there anymore. I think
No?
someone bought him out. Yeah, I think it's mostly those two. Sherwood's trying to make a comeback. Warrior a little bit. But, no, I like CCM. It's just I've worn Bauer skates my whole life, and I've never been able to get out of them.
Yeah.
So.
Bauer skates are money.
Yeah. Never got out of those. Were you always a Bauer guy?
Skates, yes. The Bauer Vapor 30s, still have them.
There you go.
3Xs. I don't know if you remember those. I don't know. Were those?
I don't know off the top of my head. No. Maybe.
Yeah, they were like the first, or the Vapor 20s, I think were the first ones, and then they had the Vapor 30s, Vapor 40s. What are they? They got to be Vapor 100.
I don't even know what they are.
Vapor 200. They probably
They have
changed
so
the
many
name
different
at this
names.
point.
I don't even know the names at this point. It's a new one every year.
But I was Easton Stick growing up, and then went to Bauer later. I think the Bauer had the Patrick Kane curve.
You like that?
That I liked. Yeah.
There you go.
It was similar to the Iginla curve that Easton had.
Really?
A lot of people watching that are my age will understand what I'm saying if they played hockey.
No, I know the Kane curve. Yeah, for sure.
What
Maybe
do
not
you
the
use?
Iginla.
What's your curve?
I'm just stock P90, so that's Backstrom is what it would have been, I think. Backstrom, now it's called like Matthews or something. I don't even know. They just call it by the numbers now. So it's like
He's a
P90,
pretty good player, Austin
P290.
Matthews.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
Did you ever play against Bedard or with him?
Yes, I played against him twice. So once at U18s 3 years ago. We won that game, I think. And then once at World Juniors 2 years ago, we lost them in the semifinals.
Okay. He was pretty noticeable.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
I just remember trying to get the puck. I was on the PK, and he's on the flank, and it's just... He's such a threat. Whenever the puck's just sitting there, you just think he's going to rip it, but then he's so smart that he can just pull right around you, too.
He's got a quick shot.
Yeah.
That's kind of his whole thing, right?
His release and he's smart, too. He's a smart player.
Yeah. He's like a dolphin.
Like a dolphin? That's coming up again.
I saw that's been brought up a couple times, too.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think it'd get brought up this much when I said it, but...
I remember watching that interview, and you kind of, like, thought about it. Like, you weren't expecting it. You didn't have dolphin ready.
Yeah, I think I did. Wait, what did you see? Was it an interview?
I don't know. It was an interview after you got drafted.
Yeah, because, the story about it is, so at the Combine, you interview with like a bunch of the teams, right?
Okay.
You go to the Combine for a couple of days, off-ice testing, and then if teams want to interview, they have their own suites, and they'll invite you in for a 20-minute interview or whatever it is. And some teams are hard, some are easy, but one of the they ask some weird questions, like to kind of mess with you, I think. And a lot of them have like their mental guys in there. And one of the main questions is like that they ask, and everyone knows this going in, is if you were an animal, what animal are you? And so I had it prepared to be a dolphin, so I said that.
Okay, so you did.
And then the media asked me, and then it kind of just blew out of proportion. But
didn't they ask you the Wild media after you got drafted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say lion or tiger.
Well, I
Everyone
mean, no,
says
you're
that.
right. Yeah, dolphins the
Dolphins are
smartest mammal on the planet.
There you go.
Aren't they technically smarter than
I
humans?
knew they were smart. I didn't know how smart they were, though.
Or like their communication.
Yeah.
But you explained yourself. You said, I think I'm a good communicator,
Yeah.
and I feel like I have pretty good ice IQ or hockey IQ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. I think that it's such, like, people keep bringing it up is because it's a unique and good answer.
Fair.
So,
There you
like,
go.
take it as a compliment when people bring it up, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
One way to look at it.
I YouTubed or whatever, it's Stramel, which, like,
Yeah.
our whole entire family thought it was Stramel. You know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, because I didn't even know until I think 2 years ago.
You didn't know that it was Stramel, or
Yeah.
you didn't know that it was
thought
Stramel?
I'd say Stramel. Like, I didn't even know the difference.
You didn't even know
Yeah, I didn't even know my last name. But even, like, some of my best friends still don't know. I just don't even notice. People call me Stramel. I just let it be.
How did that even, like, come about, I guess? Like, how did, like, the correction come about?
I think I was looking at, like, a lineup sheet one time, like a pregame lineup sheet, and it has, like, pronunciations in the corner. And this is when I was out in Michigan, and I was, like, looking at it. I'd never seen it before. I'm like, Stramel? Oh, okay, that sounds better.
So that's how I'm supposed to be pronouncing my name.
So that makes more sense.
Is that like
people ask me that same question. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know, and yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's okay that nobody else in the family knows.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. So don't take any offense to that.
Yeah, that's good. Don't be quickly offended. Do you guys get into like any politics or anything in
the locker room and stuff, or just around?
Like, do you play with a lot of people that are? I guess at the college level, probably not too much.
Yeah, politics wise, I don't know. I mean, hockey culture is all right leaning.
Really?
Super, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Super Republican leaning. But no, people don't really talk too much politics. I guess some guys are probably into it, but when 90% of the community is all on one side, you don't really talk about it much.
It's just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even know that about the hockey community.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's what it seems like. All the teams I've been on, but
we got some good candidates again this year. It's good to see.
Yeah, some new ones. Yeah,
exactly.
Are you pretty into politics or no?
No, not at all. That's kind of a random question, to be honest. I don't know. It just popped in my head for some reason. Maybe I did kind of know that the hockey community is right-leaning.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you hang out with them long enough, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about who you're going to vote for?
I wish I could tell you. I don't even know.
I'm just kidding. You'll make it a game time decision, right?
There you go.
Whoever name sticks out more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'll vote third party or something.
You don't want to make anyone in the front office of the Wild.
There you go.
Did you get to meet like the whole staff, and did you get to meet any of the players or anything?
I mean, some texts from players and stuff, and
that's pretty cool.
I played against some of their players or guys with them before, which is cool.
Yeah, what's the kid that was up for the Caldor this year?
Faber.
Faber.
Yeah, so we played together on a World Junior team a couple of years ago, and then I played against him. He's a Minnesota kid. He's a Maple Grove kid.
He's a Maple Grove kid. Yeah. I think
I've seen him growing up, and yeah.
Is he older than you though?
Yeah, he's 2. He's 02, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-3 years.
You've always played with older kids.
Growing up, yeah, I think for the most part.
Yeah, I mean even now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not now. Everyone's kind of evening out, but
yeah, but even you still got those 25-year-old seniors, and yeah, hockey's interesting in that way.
Probably good.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you'll fare well in the NHL?
Like from a perspective of like hockey-wise?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I hope. I think so. Yeah, I think having a big body, big frame, obviously helps.
You feel like you got the skill set?
Jump. I feel confidently, yes. I don't think I could make the jump right now, but I think through development and time, I have the confidence that I'll be able to. When it's time to make that jump, I'll be ready for it.
You got the skill set for sure.
Yeah.
You got the shot. You got the IQ. It's all there for sure, right?
Yeah, just putting it all together, and yeah.
What do you think's the hardest part of the game for you?
Overall, I'd say probably consistency. I'd say that's a tough thing that not a lot of people talk about. I'd say in all sports, I think consistency
with what, though? Like playing consistently?
I'd say performance, yeah. I think it's hard to, especially those guys at the pro level, like hockey, you're playing 82 games, basketball, you're playing a ton, baseball, you're playing, 160?
Yeah.
Like, to do that 162 times, lace them up, and try and give your best performance. Not try, but give your best performance, or what you think you're capable of is, I think, a very tough thing for a lot of athletes.
Sports are hard, man.
Yeah.
But they teach you just about everything you need to know about life. I'll tell you that. So, like,
you think?
If, like, God forbid, hockey doesn't work out, have you thought about anything else that you'd, like, be interested in at all?
I've tried to, especially with, like, college and picking majors and all that, but yeah, I've definitely thought of things. Nothing's really jumped out at me, but
I still don't know what I want to do, and I'm 30 years old now.
I think that did.
You're 19. I definitely didn't know what I wanted to do when I was 19.
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to play college baseball, and I knew that I wanted to party, and that's about it.
There you go.
And I probably did a little bit too much at the partying. It might have shown on the baseball field.
Yeah.
I think I could have been a little bit better of a baseball player if I would have.
Did you like it at Mankato, though?
Yeah, it was so fun. It's a blast. Yeah. And we had a really good team. I mean, every year that I was there, we were competing for a national title.
That's fun, then.
We only went to the national tournament one year that I was there. But, I mean, every
always
year.
Always in contention?
Yeah. In the final games of the regional or whatever it is. So it's always fun trying to play for a championship.
Yeah.
100%
competing for it, yeah.
And I played with a lot of guys who played professional baseball after. Some guys that are still playing. One guy's in AAA with the Sox. Another guy's in AA with the Twins. Had a cup of coffee in AAA this year. A couple other guys playing like independent baseball.
Really? So a lot of guys stuck it out?
Yeah.
Did you ever think about trying to stick it out, or?
I had one contract for $800 a month with the Schaumburg Bombers.
And what is that in?
Independent baseball.
Okay.
So like what the Saints used to be.
Okay, yep.
They're not affiliated with the team, but it's technically professional.
But people come and look at you for contracts and stuff at those games, yeah.
So you can sign with like the kid that's in AAA with the Sox played independent baseball and got signed from that.
Really? So out of that. So it's like a way. Baseball is interesting too because you got the whole JUCO. I don't know much about it.
It's kind of like the ECHL.
That's what independent compares to, you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
That's how I would compare it. But yeah, like JUCO.
It's
baseball
crazy.
Is weird.
I still don't understand it. Do you why do these 5-star, these really good players that are going to Vandy, LSU, wherever they're going, why would they go to JUCO for a year? Develop?
Because they can get drafted again. So if they go to a 4-year, they can't get drafted until they've played 3 years. If you go to a JUCO, you can get drafted every year. So you can get drafted after high school.
So if you don't like the team you went to, maybe?
So if you go to LSU and you fail all your classes, or like you're not a good student, you know that baseball is your only future.
Okay.
You want to skip 1 year ahead, you go to a JUCO, so you can get drafted after the next year.
Okay. I guess that makes a little bit of sense, yeah.
Rather than waiting 2 more years.
Because they draft young for baseball too, yeah. That's the other sport.
They draft really young.
Yeah.
But there's 40 rounds, where in hockey there's 7.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty crazy that you were a first rounder.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that call?
Just in that.
I mean, everything was saying late first, early second.
Yeah.
So you were probably thinking a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, the first round's on one day, and then rounds 2 through 7 are the next day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big difference if you go day 1 or day 2, because you got to go home and sleep on it. So, yeah, I mean, I had some teams that I thought could maybe take me, in that 20 to 30 range. I wasn't 100% confident that I would get drafted, but it ended up working out, and yeah.
Did you talk to the Wild before quite a bit?
A little bit. We had a few in-season interviews.
What are those interviews like?
They're not too
asking
bad.
What type of animal you want to be?
Yeah, that
telling
type
you
of
to
thing.
Do dolphin sounds.
I mean, yeah, the first few are definitely a little bit intimidating, but then I think you get used to it over time. And the thing is, you interview with throughout the year, majority of the teams, it's very repetitive. They're asking similar questions, and they're having their mental guys come and have you take tests, and some crazy things, but they're pretty much
mental tests.
Yeah, like I'd be on the computer. One of them, I was on the computer with a guy for 3 hours, and he'd pull up like a picture of 4 dots and say, what comes to your mind when you see this picture? Like just crazy shit. Like
what came to your mind when you saw the 4 dots?
I don't even remember what I said. That's just an example. But he'd show like, I don't know, an old illustration from the early 1900s of a poor man picking something up or something like that. He said, tell me a story about this picture.
Interesting. And this must be like some sort of sports psychologist.
Yeah, like, and it's supposed to, I don't know, tell you. But the weird thing was, after, he's like, I'm going to tell you your results. And he, like, told me what I struggled with in hockey, told me what I, like, am good at. Like, a lot of it was right. It was the weirdest thing I've ever done. I don't even know. I should probably find that guy's information.
I heard sports psych.
Yeah.
So what did he say that you struggle in hockey?
Well,
what do you think you struggle with in hockey?
I'd say consistency. I mean, like we talked about earlier, I think showing up and performing at your best, it's not going to happen every night, but it's hard. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you had that good series against, Penn State?
Yep.
You had 4 points or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, goal, and do you have a goal and 3 assists? Or?
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Did you guys end up sweeping that series?
Yeah, we swept.
You guys were 2 in the nation this last year.
Yeah, at one point. Yeah, we were top 10 most of the year. We were 1 for a week. But yeah, we had a really good year. It was a big turnaround season, new coach, and everything. So I think guys were pumped. It was a lot different of a team too. I think there was a lot of guys that left and a lot of guys that came in. So it's always tough coming into a locker room where everybody's kind of new to each other.
You kind of battled, do you have a hip thing or a groin thing?
Some hip issues for a couple of weeks there. Wasn't anything too serious, but yeah.
Just bruise or?
That's just, it was a weird, they thought something was broken, but it wasn't. What? It was like a misdiagnosis, and then, it was kind of a mess. But it ended up being fine. It wasn't anything serious. It was just needed a few weeks off the hip.
Have you ever had any sort of serious injury?
Yeah, well, I had surgery on my hip.
So maybe they were
3 years ago.
Cautious?
Yeah. So I had labrum surgery on my hip. But other than that, nothing too crazy.
They call it labrum surgery on your hip?
Yeah,
I guess it
there's
makes
a labrum
sense
in your hip,
there's a labrum in your hip.
And your shoulder, right?
Because it's a rotator, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get a labrum surgery in baseball, I mean, you're pretty much screwed. I think the chances of coming back are like 30%.
I know, shoulders are pretty bad.
Shoulders are brutal.
Because you lose a lot of my buddy who plays hockey, he had a shoulder one done last summer, and he said he can't throw a baseball from third to first base now.
Brutal.
And he played baseball his whole life.
Yeah. You played baseball for a while.
A little bit, until freshman year, I think, and then when I left for the program, had to stop,
hockey,
obviously. Yeah.
You were a pretty good ball player too, weren't you?
I was fine. I mean, town ball, no, nothing special, no summer league or anything.
You were bigger than everybody, for sure.
Yeah, that helped.
So you probably were hitting it over the outfielders' heads.
Yeah, I liked baseball. It was fun. I just couldn't do the field or practices.
Yeah.
I didn't have the patience at that age. Maybe now.
Patience is a virtue, my friend.
Yeah, I do miss it. I do miss baseball, but yeah.
Now it's just golf and hockey?
Yeah,
pickleball?
Golf for fun. I do like pickleball. Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
I should probably play that. Do you play a lot of pickleball or no?
No. I play a little bit of sports with my kids, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll play a little bit of baseball. I actually play men's league still.
Really?
Baseball, yeah. We had a game on Thursday. Didn't go well. We got crushed. 11-0.
Really?
Ended in 7 innings. Yeah, our team isn't very good this year.
How long have you been doing that for?
Since college. So
okay, so for a while now. Same team?
Actually, in college. Well, I played, I guess, in a league called the Northwoods League in college. So it's like a summer baseball league where people from all
a
over
few of
the
my
country.
My buddy plays at Valpo. I think he's doing that this summer.
Oh, yeah. Where's he playing?
I don't even know what it's called. He was playing down in Rochester last summer.
Oh, yeah. The Honkers.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what team he's on this summer, but.
Yeah, so I played in that for 3 years. And so.
That's a lot of games, though, isn't it? In the summer?
72 games in 75 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you get 5 days off and you have 2 doubleheaders.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be your off season when you're in college, too.
Yeah, I think I threw 130 innings one year or something in the summer, which is in the spring season, I think I threw 80 or 90 or something one year, which was kind of a lot. So like 132 is quite a bit for a college player.
Especially for your arm, yeah. Did that mess up your arm at all? Like, were you...
The next year, I did end up partially getting like a partial tear in my elbow.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 to 6 months rehab, and then I was back. So I just took the fall off.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a blessing when you don't have to compete in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
What is fall? Fall ball is just like mess around scrimmages.
It's all, inter squad.
Yeah.
So like JUCO, you can play other teams, but when you're in the NCAA, it's just inter squad.
You got to wait till spring, yeah.
And you only get a certain amount of practices in a certain amount of days. So you have like 45 days to practice 40 times or something odd. I don't really understand. The NCAA has so many weird rules.
Yeah. Because they have those practice hours with us too.
Yeah. So did you know anyone that, I guess being 19, did you ever play with anyone who like the COVID got them like an extra year, so they ended up having like 7 years in college?
Yes. So the last year of the COVID fifth year is this next year.
Okay.
So like I got some buddies that are going to be, or that were seniors this year. They have a fifth year and then it's done. There's no more fifth years. It'll be back to how it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got buddies. One of my buddies at Wisco, he is taking a 6th year right now because he had the COVID year and then he had a medical year. And yeah, it was not a lot of people redshirt in hockey, but in other sports, I could see people. It's kind of crazy too.
Yeah, like no one redshirts in hockey really.
No, yeah.
Unless you get a medical.
I think it's because of juniors, yeah.
Right, that's why you go to juniors.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
And you never actually went to a junior. You just played for Team USA.
Yeah, we played in junior leagues. It's kind of a separate program, but you play in the top junior league for majority of your games, I guess.
Yeah, the USHL.
Your first year. Yeah, you play in the USHL your first year.
And then the other games you're playing like college teams.
Yeah, and then your first year you do all USHL, a few null games, NAHL.
Yeah.
And then second year it's kind of like 50-50. So like you do half a USHL season and then half of like college scrimmages.
Don't you play like Canadian teams too?
We play we'll go to like tournaments and like represent.
Canadian University or...
Oh, universities? No, we didn't play any of those, but we'd go to like, you're supposed to have certain, when I was there, it was COVID, so it's hard to travel and do the tournaments, but usually you have 3 to 4 international tournaments a year. So you'll go to Germany, Czech, wherever, or in the U.S. and play against Sweden's best under 17 guys or Canada's or whatever.
Did they make you wear a mask on the ice?
No, they never made me do that. Some of my high school buddies had to, but
really?
Yeah.
They did that in hockey?
It's crazy. In high school hockey, yeah. There was one year where I remember looking at the pictures and talking to buddies.
How are you supposed to breathe?
Yeah, they'd all just put it down. They didn't care. The refs would say put it up, and he'd put it up for a second, and I don't know.
Everyone's just wearing masks skating around.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You get like a minute and a half shift. You're huffing and puffing after.
You get a mask on. Yeah.
And there's so much spit in hockey.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't imagine doing that. That would be so bad.
Dude,
that would be bad.
Because you're sweating from every angle in hockey. Because you got gear everywhere. Yeah. So it's coming out of your hair, your face.
100%.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that would not be.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna ask like what your process is on cleaning. Like, do you guys clean your gear? You toss it in the wash or?
Yeah, it's like, so you got your undergarments, so like your.
Well, yeah, of course you clean that,
clean
but I'm talking about your shin pads.
No, I don't think so. You just let them air out. I mean, we'll wash our gloves because it makes them feel fresh again.
Yeah, but that gets kind of nasty quick. Like.
Yeah, like just your equipment in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't air it out.
Equipment always smells.
Yeah, always. Well, the nice thing is, when you're at school, is you just leave it in the locker room. The locker room has like ventilation where it sucks it all in, so it's not that bad. Like the locker room doesn't smell bad, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Right after practice, yes, but a couple hours later, it's usually fine.
Is there anyone that's extra stinky that you've played with?
I don't even know. I don't want to call anybody out. Just in case they're checking in, I want to call them out. I don't know. You always got guys that smell more. I'm sure I don't smell great after practice.
No one does. Not after a hockey practice.
Yeah, with the gross gear, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, being in Michigan, you'll be in the auto manufacturing country. So maybe you can get some sort of car sponsorship.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Maybe you get like a Tesla or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Or like a big what do you drive right now? I guess I didn't even look to see your car.
Well, right now I'm driving Gima's car because me and my sister have like a...
Gima is Jesse?
Yeah, sorry. That's just Jesse. That's what we all call her since we were like so young.
Yeah.
But no, driving her car,
Gima.
me and my younger sister, Sophie, share a car. But I don't even know. It's like a Chevy. I don't know. I usually don't drive because I'm at school. So we take our electric scooters everywhere.
What do you think our family members are looking for out of this?
I don't know.
Do you think we're missing any like big heavy hitter questions right now?
I honestly couldn't even tell you.
Do you think that they have any sort of expectation or?
I don't think so. I mean, do you?
No, probably not. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of certain individuals in our family.
I am too. I have a terrible memory.
Is there anyone in our family that you communicate more with?
Compared to others? Like an extended family, you're saying?
Yeah.
Like not just immediate? Well, I mean, Gima and then Papa, yes, for sure, because they're 5 minutes away. And, yeah, I've always been closest with them. I don't know. I mean, text here and there with everybody, but nothing too crazy.
You golf with what do you call it?
Not Gima.
Scott? Papa
There you
and
go, yeah.
Pete?
A little bit. I've gone the range with Scott a little bit and Pete. Try and help me out. I'm not very good. But
you're not very good?
I'm fine.
I was going to ask
bogey
what
golfer.
Okay.
Like, solid, but...
You probably rip
it. Yeah, I wish I was better. Do you play a lot or no?
I used to play a lot more, but then you have kids and... Yeah, you got to really pick and choose what you do. Fair. So I haven't played. I played one time in Florida earlier this year, but we were using rental clubs and it was just miserable. They were like Target, plastic, crap clubs.
Probably a nice course too in Florida.
It was actually a pretty trash course.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was expecting.
Yeah, but we were golfing and we had 5 kids under the age of 5, so it was madness the whole time.
Oh, they were out there with you guys?
No, they were at home, but the guys got away and went golfing, so it was a nice little escape.
That's fair.
Little therapy. So even though I shot like crap, it was still like nice to be out there. Saw a couple gators
out there for a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
On the course?
Yeah. Yeah, you always there's gators everywhere in Florida.
It's that common. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, in the nasty water. I mean, Florida's Florida. Like, it has its nice parts, but you get outside of the nice parts in Florida, like it's pretty
sketchy.
Gross.
Yeah. A lot of things going on. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of like gross people and gross stuff.
I bet that's every nice city though. I mean.
Yeah, I feel like Minneapolis is a pretty, like, outside of the riots in 2020, I feel like Minneapolis is a very clean place. I've been to Seattle. Seattle's pretty dirty. Like, side of the highways, you see a lot of trash.
You think Minneapolis is pretty clean? Even with all the homeless and all that?
Yeah, I think it's gotten a lot worse in the last 4 years.
I think it was fine before everything that happened, obviously, but...
I agree with that. Yeah. It's gotten, like, substantially worse. Because now I have probably been downtown since the riots. I've probably only been downtown, like, less than 10 times.
Yeah. It's not. You don't have. That's a good thing though. You don't have to go downtown to find things, and
And the suburbs are so nice. Like you can get right out of Minneapolis, and you feel like you're 3 hours up north. Mm-hmm. Like Minnetonka, it's so woodsy around here.
Oh yeah.
There's so many trails to run and bike and do whatever on.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw like 3 bikers when I was trying to pull into here. Missed your driveway twice.
Did you? I said you can't miss it.
I know. I finally found the big sauna sitting there. I was like, oh.
Right after I said that, I was like, it's very easy. Everyone misses our house.
Yeah.
So like,
well, it just sneaks up on you on that road. Yeah.
And there's 2 driveways that are right next to each other.
Yeah. And I was like, which one do I pull into? But
the other one's
figured it out.
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but yeah. So you're not a very good golfer. You're a 15 to 20 handicap.
Yeah, I'd put it right around there.
Okay.
But no, I just like getting out. I don't know.
Hockey player, you might have to step it up a little bit, right?
I know, because a lot of my buddies are sticks. That's the problem. Yeah.
What is the correlation between hockey and golf?
I don't know.
Hands? You got to have soft hands to play golf.
Fair. I don't know. That's actually a good question. Because it's super, super common.
I feel like all hockey players are good at golf.
I think a lot of them are. I agree. Or at least decent. Most hockey players can at least play golf. I feel other sports, some guys can't even hit the ball.
And cousin being a former Corn Ferry tour guy.
Yep.
I think he was on the Corn Ferry.
He was on the. Was he? I know he was on the Hooters. He was on the Hooters tour.
The Hooters
which is
tour.
like sounds funny, but I think that was a type of entryway to the Corn Ferry or
He's
to
probably
the.
watching this right now.
Yeah, I don't.
What's
even,
that?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a good golfer though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible. Every time you play with it, he's always putting for birdie or
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think if we're missing anything. Got any inspiration that you would give to anybody? Any like final thought that you want to leave anybody with? Any quote that you live by?
I don't know. I think the one I've always been ingrained in my head is you don't got to be the best, but you got to be the hardest working. That's something that I think if anyone asks for a quote, that's my default answer. So
you're a pretty hardworking kid?
I like to think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your off-season training regimen like right now?
So right now, we don't skate a ton in the off season as hockey players because skating's not good for your hips or your back or anything because it's not natural. So right now I'm skating 3 to 4 times a week and then working out 4 to 5 times a week.
Nice.
So it's more of a off ice strength and conditioning emphasis in the summers.
What about the other 2 days a week?
Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
golf, buddies,
Podcast.
hanging out, podcast. Yeah. I don't know. Get away from it. You got to get away from it too. You can't
do.
always
Golf's a good alternative.
be all hockey. Yeah.
Stay away from the booze. It'll only set you back, especially when you're training.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I did probably a little too much of that in college. And
Notice the effects for sure.
Oh, well, I notice the effects now that I don't drink.
Yeah.
Like, you notice that every time you drink, it's, you're training 5 days a week, so it's one step forward.
Yep.
And then you drink on the weekends, it's 10 steps back every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see any results when you're...
Do you not drink at all now?
No. I haven't
Really?
drank. Well, for the last, 7 months or something.
Yeah.
Just one day it had been dawning on me for a while.
Yeah.
And then one day it kind of just hit me and I was like, I just don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I started seeing crazy results really quick. I lost 20 pounds in 2 months.
Really? You didn't cut anything else? You just cut alcohol?
Just cut booze. Yeah.
Wow.
20 pounds
That's
in
crazy.
2 months. I started getting way stronger in the gym. I did 30 pull-ups in a row. I did 2 sets of 100 push-ups in a row.
Goodness.
I ran a marathon.
Yeah.
3 months after. It was just insane. My mental clarity I was faster, sharper,
That's
stronger. You feel when you're drinking, when you're actively drinking, you feel like Superman. When you stop drinking, you really feel like Superman.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically.
That is interesting.
I feel like you can do anything.
That's awesome, though.
When you're 19, it's a little bit different because your body recovers, I think, faster. I don't exactly know, but I think that, I would have had a lot better results on the baseball field. I think I would have thrown
overall.
a lot harder.
Yeah. What did you top out at when you played?
The hardest I ever threw was 91.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a high 80s guy?
Yeah, I sat 85 to 87.
Mid-80s, yeah.
I'd probably touch 88, 89 every game, but I think it was one bullpen that I hit 91. I wasn't gunned every game either.
Yeah.
So
you don't even really, yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly know, but I feel like everyone's over 90 nowadays.
It is crazy, yeah. You have to throw. I'm not even that big of a MLB fan, but every time a game's on,
Everyone's
you have to throw
95 plus.
Yeah, you have to throw mid-90s to
Yeah, and everyone
pitch
is.
on the show. Yeah.
Everyone's getting Tommy John. Baseball has
Yeah.
changed a lot.
You think even since you were in school?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just technology in general in the last 7 years. Now everything's based off spin rate.
Yeah, well, they had that whole sticky when people were cheating, but everyone was doing it.
Everyone's been doing that for forever.
It's been
Pine
like
tar?
that forever? Yeah,
Pine
like
tar?
tar
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guys have been doing that.
And they finally cut down on it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know why that like randomly came up, and maybe it's because of all this analytics that started. But
yeah,
like,
because they're like, the pitchers are too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like Michael Pineda for the Twins or whatever, or he used to be on the Twins. He's not anymore. But when he was on the Yankees, he got kicked out of a game because he had pine tar on his neck, which he's a black guy.
Yeah.
And pine tar's brown or black, and like you could clearly see it.
It was visible. Yeah.
It was visible, and he was just going like this.
Yeah. He just didn't care. Yeah.
And it's like,
He's hiding a little bit. Yeah.
But like people would put it in obvious spots. Like I mean, if you watch old games, you'll see guys digging their gloves,
or they got
put
like
it on
little ticks on their hat,
or the inside of your glove.
Yeah.
I never used it. I probably should have learned how to use it.
Did guys in your team or guys you played against use it, you think?
One guy that I played with, I know used it.
Yeah.
A little bit, but he was a JUCO guy.
Okay.
He was kind of a rock, mentally, like not the smartest cat in the world.
Yeah.
Like also one of those. Like, he kind of had a bag of milk body. Like, he did steroids and then didn't train. So like, everything just, like, gravity took its place.
Yeah, it didn't look great, yeah.
Everything just kind of fell.
There you go.
Yeah, if you've never seen someone who has taken steroids and didn't train.
I don't think I have. That is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But I think he used pine tar. But he still, like, threw 97 miles an hour or something. He just wasn't the smartest guy. He was also, like, I'm pretty sure he was dealing drugs and stuff in college.
Yeah. Side hustles?
Yeah. Side hustles. You got to make a buck somehow.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably stay away from that one.
Yeah.
But Michigan, I don't even know if drugs are legal or not, but you could maybe get some sort of sponsorship from a cannabis company or something. But actually, you probably can't be in the NCAA because you get drug tested.
Yeah, we get drug tested.
Yeah, I got piss tested probably 8 times in college.
Yeah.
Do you get tested regularly?
Yeah, we do. It's kind of how it worked for NC, because Wisco had their separate tests, like as a school.
Yeah.
And then NCAA has their tests.
Okay.
So I think we every 4 to 6 weeks.
And they test the whole team?
No, 4 or 5 guys they'd say randomly selected.
It's not random.
I don't think it's random.
It's not random.
At all.
No.
I mean, there'd be our 3rd string goalie. He just graduated. And
with
he
a
got
4.0.
Yeah. He did have a 4.0, but he'd never do any of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he probably got tested 30 times in his career. Like,
yeah.
I don't think it's random, but yeah, they test us occasionally, yeah.
Did you ever get picked?
No. Never.
Are you a 4.0 guy? Or are you...
No, I
Mr. Dolphin?
Yeah, low 3s, mid 3s.
Yeah.
Now it's going up. I'm trending upwards. My first few semesters were tough, but
You're a Vogel.
I also, yeah.
Just above that B line.
There you go. But no, it was tough though, coming out of online school for 2 years, pretty much 3 years, and going straight into school.
Yeah,
At Wisconsin, which is pretty good schooling wise.
We're veering off in a lot of different topics now, and I meant to close it out earlier, but I am very interested in... No, I want to keep going, actually. AI in college.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe you don't want to, like, give the dirty details, but, man, I've been using AI, and that stuff can do anything.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, like, you use it for whatever, the podcast, or I don't know if you use it for work. That might get you in trouble, but... Yeah, it's crazy how many ways they can help you. Yeah.
You can, well, I use it for, side businesses. Like, you can write a blog. You could literally copy someone's blog. You could post it into an AI. You could have the AI rewrite it. Yeah. And then just make sure it's, like, grammatically correct.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, you could do that for every single paper.
It's wild. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I know my freshman year, it's kind of right. So last year, it's right when it came kind of out. Everything was coming out with ChatGPT and all that. And obviously, a lot of people were using it, but the school didn't really know what to do. And then going into my sophomore year last year, they like cut down on it hard. Like, they'd get all these detectors and like all this stuff to try and stop people. But the issue is then people create more AI websites that mask the detectors. Yeah. So there's an ongoing loophole. But yeah, it is interesting how much different it is doing school, especially when AI can be in use.
Yeah. I mean, everybody cheats in college. If you don't think that college kids are cheating, you're crazy, especially if like you're taking online classes and
Yeah.
you can just copy and paste the question
internet.
into Google
Yeah.
and it gives you the exact, like if the
Yeah.
teachers are finding these questions on the internet, the kids can find them on the internet.
100%. No, everybody's,
It's the teacher's fault for not making up smarter questions. They're the ones
Yeah.
finding these
Or
questions.
making up their own questions.
Or making
not
up their
just
own
going
questions.
online and finding them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like if there is a way to cheat, I mean there's just always been ways to cheat. I just think that you can do a lot more now with technology. Like if you're taking a graphic design class, you can
you can
have
create
AI
pictures
do,
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, papers,
It's
right?
most of it's free too. It's like anybody can. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yes, you must know
That's
a lot
cool
about
thing.
it.
I guess. Yeah. Well educated in my AI.
Honestly, they should be educating you on how to use it
Yeah.
in
Well,
every
that's
class. Like that's how education should shift. They shouldn't be
100%.
trying to catch kids using it. They should try and teach kids to use it.
Well, that's
to
the
their
interesting
advantage.
thing is like 90% of the classes, you have to sign something at the start of the semester. It says, I will never touch AIs and strict no AI. But I took some, I honestly don't even remember why I took it, but some like entrepreneurial business class. I don't know how I got into it. I think my buddies were taking it. I'm like, sure, I'll do it. And the guy, like the professor actually told us like, you can use AI all you want. I don't care. Just whatever your work is, try and make it like original. Like he says, I know you're using it. You're going to use it to brainstorm and do things. Just don't be copy and pasting it on the Google Doc. Like
Smart professor.
which I think is fair because he
gets it. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he understands.
Yeah, or teach an entrepreneur at least.
Yeah.
And you understand that if there's a tool that you can use to benefit you,
Yeah.
then you use that tool.
100%.
That's just human nature. That's good instincts.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not do that?
Why would you not take advantage of that? Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Teachers just don't want to change their curriculums because new technology.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is, yeah, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And all these teachers are, I mean, what was your youngest professor that you had at Madison?
I don't even know. We had
50s,
TAs, but
60s?
most of the professors were all, at least over 45-ish.
How long do you think it's been since they've changed their curriculum?
Yeah, it's probably been
A long time.
And they probably don't like that the students have all this knowledge of this and they don't have any of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. The world's changing. People got to change with it.
for sure.
That's why what generation are you technically? Z?
I assume Z. When does Z start? How
I
does
have
that
no
even,
idea.
What are you?
I'm a millennial.
Okay, yeah. So if you're a millennial, is my mom considered a millennial or is she considered a?
What year was she born? 82?
I should know this.
81?
Yep, early 80s.
Early 80s.
I think it was 81, 82. I don't know. Hopefully she's not watching.
What's her birthday?
April 29th.
There you go. She just had it. Happy birthday.
There you
Or I
go.
guess a month ago now.
Yeah, late birthday.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I would say, unsolicited advice, use AI to your advantage. I think that's to anyone trying to create a business, anyone who's studying in college.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
the
think it's
time
just
management too. Yeah. It's
Exactly.
Just ridiculous.
Time is money.
Yeah.
And especially for an athlete, like all your chips are in that athlete basket.
Yeah.
And that's your main goal going out of there.
100%. Yeah.
We ain't come here to play school.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Best tweet of all time. Yeah.
Who said that?
It was, I don't even know. I remember it was a tweet, right? Wasn't it?
Something like that.
It was like, I came here to play football, not school. I don't
Yeah, we
know.
ain't
I don't
come here to
remember
play
the tweet.
school.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That was cool. Be the hardest worker. And probably see you on the big screen at some point. You'll be on the
Hopefully.
big screen at Michigan State. Just not like the big,
Fair.
Not the wild screen. Yeah.
Hopefully, one day.
Yeah. Don't cross your fingers. Make it happen. Right?
There you go. I like that.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
All right. Love you too.
Thanks, guys.